Welcome to the 2019 draft order announcement and the 2018 season rewind. Picking 12th in the draft will be Shannon. As one half of the Kinney Fantasy Power Couple last year, Shannon made it to the playoffs on the back of her stud wide receivers Davante Adams and Adam Thielen. Unfortunately for her, though, Le'Veon Bell did not want to play for a Bengal lover and sat out the entire season on her bench. She proved to be the lesser Kinney, as Brendan spanked her in the first round. Let's see if Shannon can take her revenge on Brendan this year on her pursuit to win the championship. Picking 11th in the draft will be Darby. Darby once again auto-drafted his team, trying to duplicate his Asterix championship from long ago. This season, just like the last, however, proved that his drafting style is just not going to cut it, as he finished again at the bottom of the league. Although a congratulations is in order for him, though, as he entered fatherhood with a baby girl. Hopefully he takes better care of his child than he did his 2018 team, with an astounding 0 transactions last year and absolutely 0 lineup changes? Wait a minute. This can't be right. Hold on. Seriously, dude? Are you for real? Jesus Christ. Well, here's to a new season and hopefully making at least 1 ounce of effort this year. Either way, thanks for the extra $15, I guess? The 10th overall pick goes to Lucy. Lucy had a respectable first year in the league. One would think she could see into the future as she got laughed at for passing on Le'Veon Bell for Saquon Barkley, but that proved to be a great pick. In addition to Barkley, she took another Penn State alum, the notorious Kickin' Sam Ficken, who was the good luck charm for her team. But her Penn State education did rear its ugly head as she cut A.J. Green for Miami Dolphins backup kicker Jason Sanders, relying on the patriarchy of the male commissioner to undo her screw-up. This year, after contemplating whether she would return for another season, she's back, baby! Woo! She's back! Picking 9th will be Sir Kyle Livingston, Esquire III. Kyle made a marked improvement last year as he actually set his lineup each week. Although Kyle's added attention appeared to backfire as he chose to play legends such as tight end Matt LaCrosse and Gus the Bus Edwards. After having the first pick in the draft for 2 years in a row, Kyle has somehow found a way to mess it up and flounder to the bottom of the league. This year he has a new job as an attorney for Geico, which means he'll probably spend 15 minutes or less on his fantasy team. Who knows? Maybe this year he will get his shot and miss the target like usual. We're a third of the way through now. The 8th pick in the draft goes to Alexa. Alexa's strategy last year of drafting the hottest players worked out once again as she rode Christian McCaffrey all the way to the playoffs. But despite all of his and Gronk's attractiveness, they could not lead her out of a first-round loss. Now Alexa is in a new home and has a new lease on her fantasy life. Will she kick Matt out of the house and replace him with her fantasy studs? And what will she do now that she can no longer draft Gronk? Picking 7th overall will be Matt. Matt once again proved his University of Chicago education provided him nothing useful, as he came away with another embarrassing draft. His receiver duo of Doug Baldwin and Josh Gordon with Aaron Rodgers as the QB turned out to be trash. In order to even win a game, he had to sell his soul and start Pittsburgh running back James Conner while hating himself the whole time. Let's hope that this year he can lead his own team to victory instead of someone else's. Picking 6th overall will be Jared Marthaler. Last year, Jared took it easy on following Chad's strategy of solely drafting his favorite team's players by only drafting 3 Bengals, which promptly put him in last place. His stack of Andy Dalton, Eifert, and the Bengals defense was laughable. Injuries plagued Jared's team as Eifert was predictably hurt. Dalton broke his thumb, and Dalvin Cook had hamstring issues throughout the season. To add insult to injury, the Bengals defense finished as the worst defense in the NFL. The only highlight of his 2018 campaign was having Derrick Henry put up the highest point total in a week, with a whopping 47.8 points in Week 14 last season, while sitting on his bench. The question we all have on our minds for Jared is, what will his team name be as the recipient of the TED? Can he repeat the feat last year of going from worst to first? And where will he hang his Neil O'Donnell picture? The 5th pick in the draft belongs to... me. Coming into the year as a laughingstock, my team was destined to lose, with the team name always Cummins in last place. However, with the picks of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, I was ready to right the ship. After losing the first game, I rattled off 7 wins in a row and brought my team to the championship. Inspired by how I eat cereal, my team got angry and took down Brendan's team in the championship game. Now that I've won, will I ease up or take the cheese belt for 2 years in a row? Only 4 selections remaining. The 4th pick in the draft belongs to... Katie. Katie followed up her monumental championship season with an 11th place finish, only beating out her husband, who helped draft the 2 worst teams in the league last year. Unlike Jared, though, Katie had some bright spots with Kittle, Deshaun Watson, and Julio Jones, Chad's favorite player. Unfortunately for her, however, drafting Kareem Hunt turned out to be the knockout blow to her team. Katie has shown to be a pretty astute fantasy player, so don't expect her to be on the bottom again this year. Will this be the year she gets back to her winning ways, or was that just a one-year fluke? Picking 3rd overall will be... Brendan. As the other half of the Kinney Fantasy Power couple last year, Brendan finally took his team to the championship game, proving he can do more than just rescue cats out of trees and keep the peace at the Marthaler holiday dinner. For the championship game, he started a star-studded team led by Melvin Gordon that did not include any player outside of the top 10 in their position. He came close to winning it all, but fell short by 3 points and ultimately landed in 2nd place. Was last year his only chance, or will he keep up his winning ways and return to the championship? The 2nd choice in the draft belongs to... Chad. 7 was indeed a lucky number for Chad, as he set a new record by drafting 7 Eagles last year, while finishing at a mediocre 7-7. He did, however, repeat as the Toilet Bowl champion by putting up an astonishing 134 points in the game. In order to do that, though, he had to erase all his Eagle players quicker than he erased his high school report card, as he had 6 Eagles on his bench for that game. Everyone wants to know, though, will the sick dick finally fill his whole lineup with Eagles players? And will his Eagles strategy beat Jared's Bengals strategy for the 3rd year in a row? And finally, the 1st pick in the draft belongs to... Hillary. Hillary took a major step in life this year, moving to Arizona. Now she gets to watch her team suck 3 hours earlier than usual. Just like Arizona, her team last year was devoid of anything meaningful. Drafting LeSean McCoy in the 2nd round proved to be terrible, as she only added to it by drafting Dion Lewis and Chris Thompson as her other backs. She did start off hot, though, with 3 wins, but that proved to be a mirage. She only had 4 more wins through the rest of the year. Will her new location finally help her shift gears and take her team to the next level?